Pastor David was reading his Bible when the intercom rang. He had told Becky he needed some time to pray just after the counseling session he just had. He had always wanted to be busy as a minister of God, but he had reached the point where he was beginning to regret ever wishing so. "Hello, Becky." "Hello, Pastor. I am sorry, but my husband will like to have a word with you and he said it is urgent," she said apologetically. "Okay, let him in," Pastor said with a sigh. Charles had never bothered him ever since he came to assist him, therefore whatever he had to say must really be important. After a few minutes, there was a knock on the door and it opened as Charles and Tom Piken walked into the office. "Hello, Tom," Pastor said as he extended his hand to Tom. "Hello, Pastor David. Sorry for the abrupt appointment, but we think this is extremely important," he said apologetically. "Not at all. There are times that certain formalities have to be put aside," Pastor David said as he sat, motioning them to the chairs opposite him. "Yes, Pastor. We have been concerned about a certain individual that has been coming to the church and also comes for counseling with you," Charles broke the ice. "And who is that individual?" Pastor asked, straightening himself on the chair. "It's the man called Mario Brown, and I think I will allow Tom to do the talking," he said, looking at Tom in the face. "Pastor, the said Mario, we have discovered is living under false identity, but to be sure we will like to hear from you what he told you in counseling. I know it's against counseling ethics, but you could be saving a life," Tom said, looking at Pastor David for any resistance. "He was here and had cried all through confessing his sin and all he had done against humanity. He told me he was working with the UN but got to a point where he could no longer live against his conscience and how he heard about me and the teachings and he decided to come." He stopped when he saw both looked at each other in amazement. "I think he is repentant because he told me he had to fake an accident by using a dead body, just to conceal his identity," he said. Charles went ahead to tell Pastor who he was and that he would be very grateful if his repentance is genuine. Tom gave his own side of the story, and agreed with Charles that he would be very grateful if he was not faking a repentance also. Before they left, they were convinced that God was indeed doing something great in the church that could spark a global revival. Tom, on the other hand, wanted to have a word with John, now Mario, before he could let down his guard.